Let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
Recent reports claims have surfaced suggesting that Beyoncé is dragged into court for allegedly covering up crimes committed by Diddy. The controversy surrounding Diddy's arrest for charges of racketeer, ING trafficking, and other severe crimes has prompted widespread scrutiny, not only of him, but also of those allegedly involved in his operations. Among those mentioned is Beyoncé, with critics and conspiracy theorists accusing her of shielding Diddy from accountability.
And not only Beyoncé, but a lot of other celebrities as well. So listen, Diddy, as soon as he was arrested and thrown in jail, the celebrities that had any type of association with him are in the public's eye of the hurricane. They're in the eye of the storm. And, a lot of people have decided to unfollow a lot of these celebrities. In just the month of September, Beyoncé lost close to 1 million followers. And it's said to be believed that in the past few months, she has lost over 4 million followers. I do believe that there's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens in Hollywood. Not saying Beyonce's part of it, but I'm saying that I do believe that a lot of celebrities are part of some fucking scary shit. You put whoever celebrity you want to associate to that comment, that's on you. But for me, I do believe that these things...
Jaguar Wright, a former singer and outspoken critic of the music industry, has taken center stage in voicing accusations against high-profile figures like Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé. Wright has repeatedly alleged that these industry giants have been involved in or complicit with questionable practices. In a recent interview with Piers Morgan, Wright intensified her claims, referring to Jay-Z and Beyoncé as monsters and suggesting that they may have played a role in enabling Diddy's controversial actions. These remarks have further fueled ongoing debates about accountability and ethics in the entertainment industry.
She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous. And everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job. He's the Judas.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his drug addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is...
Wright also claimed that there are alleged victims prepared to testify against Jay-Z and Beyoncé, further intensifying her accusations. However, no concrete evidence has surfaced to support these allegations. While her assertions have ignited widespread debate, particularly among conspiracy theorists, they remain unsubstantiated and unproven.
We'll see if those names ultimately come out or not. I think that when it comes to a situation like the feds, cooperating is a very big thing. And I think if Diddy cooperates and gives up some big names of actual crimes that they committed, that'd be a way of actually, lessening the amount of time that he does, or possibly even walking away.
I mean, what had you heard about Diddy over the years? Obviously, people knew he had parties. They knew he was a big rap star or something. But the nature of this kind of thing, I'm asking because when I watched, for example, I met Diddy a couple of times. He was always perfectly charming to me.
Critics have revisited past interviews and interactions between Beyoncé and other prominent figures in the industry, including the late Aaliyah, to fuel speculation about deeper, more sinister implications. One such example is a red carpet interview where Beyoncé spoke with Aaliyah about her achievements. While the interaction seemed innocuous at the time, conspiracy theorists are now scrutinizing it, suggesting Beyoncé might have had prior knowledge or even some involvement in the tragic circumstances surrounding Aaliyah's death. These theories are part of a broader narrative that accuses powerful figures like Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy of allegedly using questionable tactics to eliminate competition in the music industry.
What's up, what's up? This is Beyoncé on the red carpet with one of the hottest female artists out here, Miss Aaliyah. How you doing,
baby?
girl?
It's so good to see you again.
You too. She's just looking fabulous. What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing Gucci shoes, Gucci. Got a little Indian jewelry working.
Oh, that is hot.
Thank
All right.
you.
Now, you've been working it with these movies. Were you nervous?
Very nervous, but I'm real happy. It's something I've wanted for a long time, so
Yes.
to finally make that transition, it's great.
What are you looking forward to seeing
Tonight?
tonight? Yes.
I want to see D'Angelo perform.
Girl, I'm with you because you know he's fine.
He's fun. He's hot.
All right, back to you.
In light of these recent allegations, Beyoncé has reportedly faced a significant backlash on social media, with claims that she has lost millions of followers over the past month. Fans and critics have flooded her social media platforms with demands for justice for Aaliyah and accusations of alleged complicity in covering up for Diddy. Many commenters are voicing outrage, alleging Beyoncé's involvement in behind-the-scenes activities tied to questionable practices in the music industry. Some posts accuse her of aiding Diddy and benefiting from actions aimed at eliminating competition. Claims.
Girl, is anyone going to talk about the fact that Beyoncé allegedly lost 1 million followers the past 30 days? You have 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. Girl, 1 million. Let me tell you something, girl. Let's just say allegedly on this one, but like, I never thought I would see the day of anybody publicly disliking Beyoncé. Isn't that shit illegal? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're supposed to not like Beyoncé. But the fact that people are associating Beyoncé to Diddy and literally showing it in the masses, because according to some TikTok videos, she's allegedly lost 4 to 5 million followers within the past few months. But this is just September. So the past 30 days, she has an average of losing allegedly 35,000 followers a day. I don't know, but let me tell you something. This whole Diddy legal mess is going to be so big, and it's going to drag a lot of our favorite celebrities down. And the worst part is, girl, if they don't speak out now about certain situations that they may have seen Diddy do, when he takes a stand, it's going to be too late, girl. I would just listen. If you are a celebrity out there that attended the white parties and you've seen crazy shit go down, you know, I would probably talk about it, but I'm sure a lot of celebrities are also scared because allegedly he's blackmailing a lot of people. So I don't know, girl, but anyways, I would never thought I would see the day of Beyoncé losing not even 1 follower. You know what I mean?
The uproar has only intensified the scrutiny on Beyoncé, further amplifying the pressure on her public image during this highly sensitive time. The allegations, coupled with the accusations tying her to Diddy's controversies and broader industry practices, have sparked heated debates online. The backlash appears to have placed Beyoncé under a harsh spotlight, as fans and critics alike demand transparency and accountability.
Beyoncé has lost 5 million followers because we know she knows. And look, obviously she still has a lot of followers left, but to lose 5 million followers in a short amount of time is a pretty big deal because this does not happen often. But not only has she lost a good amount of followers, have you seen her comments? Surprisingly, Beyoncé has not limited her comments yet, and there is a lot of justice for Aaliyah in the comments. A lot of she knows, a lot of we know, give us back Michael Jackson, oil up. Someone was questioning why Kim still has so many followers. Another person said, "You're on the diddler list, Miss Wholesome. We know what you did, Kim. The fall of the idols. What did you sacrifice for the fame?" Khloe Kardashian too. How many Diddy parties did you go to? People still not awake. Cancel all the Kardashians. And of course, Kris Jenner's comment section is just as bad. And in Kris Jenner's comment section, there's a lot of comments about her and Val. I don't know who Val is, so after this, I'm gonna go do some research. It is crazy to be witnessing like the fall of some of these top celebrities. But you know what they say, everything done in the dark comes.
Adding another layer to the swirling drama, singer Sia is rumored to have shared a cryptic poem online. Allegedly, the first letters of each word in the poem form a hidden message accusing Beyoncé of kidnapping her. While this claim is bizarre and unverified, it has nonetheless captured significant public attention, fueling further speculation about Beyoncé's alleged involvement in a range of dubious activities. The rumor has added a surreal twist to the ongoing controversy, with social media ablaze with debates about the validity of such accusations. Many dismiss the claims as outlandish conspiracy theories, while others point to them as part of a growing pattern of whispers about Beyoncé's influence in the industry.
Explain to me why there's so much Beyonce drama going around. Like, every video I scroll on my For You page is about Beyonce and some scandal that she was in. And she lost 4 million followers on Instagram. Even with Jay-Z, and this one's way more noticeable. Based off the research I've done, I think it has some connection to Diddy because they were confirmed that they were at the parties, which obviously makes sense because I think they were really close friends. And because Diddy has some connection to Tupac and Biggie's death, and how there's an underground tunnel leading to Michael Jackson's home, with also some weird letters that Diddy sent to him, along with how it was actually Diddy who was diddling kids and not MJ. Because of all this, now all the drama that Beyonce has dealt with in the past is now resurfacing. Now a lot of people believe that she's the reason for a lot of these female artists' death, which include Aaliyah. Apparently, if Aaliyah was still alive to this day, Beyonce probably wouldn't be Beyonce. She has to come out and say something, like she has to. Because this whole Diddy situation is finna get a lot of these artists locked up. If all the allegations of Diddy are actually true, and we know that like 50 Cent is making a documentary of him, a lot of these artists are gonna lose their career. If somehow Diddy was involved in the killings of Tupac.
One of the more salacious allegations surfacing amid the controversy ties Beyoncé and her husband, Jay-Z, to Diddy's infamous parties. According to speculative sources, the couple was allegedly caught on tape attending these controversial gatherings, which are now under scrutiny following Diddy's arrest and the growing revelations about his past behavior. Fans and critics alike are divided, with some expressing disbelief at the notion of Beyoncé and Jay-Z's involvement, while others question their silence amidst the ongoing uproar. As Diddy's legal troubles continue to unravel, the alleged connections between his circle and high-profile figures like the Carters remain a contentious and polarizing topic.
All this shit going on about Diddy, you know they got them tapes and evidence and they about to come out, and I'm sure everybody gonna be all shocked and whatever, because you know it gotta be something before election. And everybody's been talking about who could be on the tapes, who could be on the tapes. And it's just like people that's on the tapes that a lot of people will be surprised and I just wouldn't be surprised about. I mean, God forbid, but I'm not going to be surprised if Beyonce is on the tapes throwing that thing on a circle in Diddy's face. And I'm not making jokes of the conversation, and shit is not funny. But then again, people getting freaky isn't a crime. But they said what's a crime is if they didn't know they was on video. We all know how private Beyonce is and how she makes people sign waivers. But am I going to be shocked and surprised if Beyonce and Jay-Z is having a three-way with Diddy doing butt stuff? No. God forbid, but no. This is who I'm going to be shocked about if he dare. Now, if Zach Galifianakis is at that party grinding on a prostitute, doing strange things with his mouth, if he bent over or if he...
Fueling the fire, Beyoncé's former bodyguard has reportedly come forward with explosive claims, alleging that he witnessed Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy engaging in morally questionable activities. The bodyguard, whose identity has not been confirmed, labeled the trio as evil and asserted that he had first-hand knowledge of their alleged involvement in various wrongdoings. These accusations have further intensified the public discourse surrounding the controversy, adding another layer of intrigue to the unfolding drama. While critics demand accountability, supporters of Beyoncé and Jay-Z have dismissed the claims as baseless and a product of conspiracy theories.
So, Beyoncé's former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, has come out saying that he believes Beyoncé and Jay-Z are evil, are responsible for the demise of other artists such as Perry Hilson. He's saying Blue Ivy is not Jay-Z's child, and Beyoncé and Jay-Z would do anything to stay to the top, including worshipping other things. Also mentioned that P. Diddy offered him $30,000 to get rid of B.I.G. Do you believe Uncle Ron? This is some heavy stuff. What do you think about this power couple? Do you think it's all just an act and just a business agreement? Do you think that Beyonce's on drugs and it's something more sinister?
Another recurring theme in the swirling accusations against Beyoncé is the claim that she wields immense power in the music industry, allegedly using her influence to stifle competition and ensure her dominance. Critics argue that her overwhelming presence has created an environment where no female artist dares to challenge her publicly, fearing professional or personal repercussions. While her supporters view her success as a testament to her unparalleled talent and work ethic, skeptics speculate that her dominance has more to do with strategic alliances and an industry-wide unwillingness to oppose her. This debate adds yet another layer to the growing scrutiny surrounding Beyoncé amid the broader controversies involving Diddy and other high-profile figures in the entertainment world.
Let's just think about Beyoncé and all this. So Beyoncé has more Grammys than any person in history. Beyoncé does. Then you have stars like Adele, the Adele, who is already an icon herself, saying she's not worthy of the Grammy, that Beyoncé deserves it. You have other stars saying they wouldn't be anywhere today if it wasn't for Beyoncé. Beyoncé's talented, has better music, the music videos, like the list goes on and on. This is weird for a lot of reasons. The first, it's weird to treat Beyoncé like she's God. But this is also strange because they're all about the same age. You know, it would almost make more sense if Michael Jackson was still here and people were getting up saying, I grew up listening to Michael Jackson and he really pioneered the way so that I could have the success I have today. This is normal, like, mentor behavior. The fact that they're all the same age is just a little strange. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a little bit off to me. And then lastly, the music is not that good. You know, we're not trying to be haters. And yes, she has some really good songs that we'll all remember forever, like Single Ladies. But so do all of these other stars like Britney Spears and Taylor Swift and Adele. And if this is true that Kanye was actually saving Taylor Swift, this will be one of the biggest plot twists for us millennials, right? Because this was like one of those big dramas that none of us could wrap our minds around. And a lot of us were Kanye fans, but we're like, that still doesn't make sense. Considering the artist that Beyoncé is, having the most amount of Grammys in history, and then having icons like Britney Spears and Adele, etc.
Critics argue that Beyoncé's alleged involvement with Diddy's activities might reflect a broader effort to consolidate power and silence those who could challenge her dominance in the industry. They suggest that her unparalleled success, combined with her close connections to other influential figures like Jay-Z and Diddy, may not solely be the result of talent, but also strategic maneuvering and complicity in maintaining an exclusive elite circle. On the other hand, the allegations, though largely unverified, spark broader conversations about power dynamics in the music industry. Some suggest that these stories persist because they resonate with concerns about how power and influence are wielded in elite circles. Critics ask whether the absence of public challenges to Beyoncé stems from genuine respect for her artistry or fear of retaliation in an industry notorious for gatekeeping.
People that are attached to Diddy, that are pulling the strings. One of them is Beyoncé.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
And one of them, Jay-Z.
Yep.
This is a clue. Anytime you watch the Grammys, every single woman artist, even some guys, they always thank Beyoncé.
Yeah. Britney Spears.
Beyonce
and I fell in love with her. From her singing to dancing, acting, she can do it all. She's a triple threat. One of the most talented people I've ever seen.
Adele.
My artist of my life is Beyoncé. The Lemonade album was just so monumental. Beyoncé, it was so monumental.
Lizzo.
Where you at, Beyoncé? My eyes are wet. You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music.
They all thank Beyoncé, but why? Theory goes that way back when Aaliyah, one of the biggest hip-hop artists back in the day, she was on the rise at the same time as Beyoncé. But who was in power at the time? Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and
Recent allegations against Beyoncé have sparked widespread controversy, with accusations suggesting she may have been complicit in helping Diddy cover up serious crimes for years. These claims are largely fueled by Jaguar Wright, a former music industry insider, who has accused both Beyoncé and her husband, Jay-Z, of being involved in questionable activities alongside Diddy over the course of several decades. Wright, known for her outspoken criticisms of prominent figures in the music industry, has implied that Beyoncé and Jay-Z were aware of and potentially even participated in the illicit activities that Diddy has been accused of. These explosive accusations have garnered significant attention, leading to public debates and widespread speculation about the true nature of their relationships within the industry.
I had heard of this Jaguar right before, but the things she was saying seemed so outlandish that I just dismissed it as conspiracy theories. I have to hold space for the possibility that, well, maybe it is true. I just can't fathom like Beyonce being a criminal and like knowingly doing harm and keeping things like it's so hard to swallow.
I don't quite still understand how other people can be involved.
Jay-Z doing his own separate criminality apart from Diddy is what she's alleging.
Okay. See, I thought all of this had to do with just people who knew Diddy or had heard what was going on over there.
I could be mistaken, but I posted a clip on my soon-to-be banned TikTok account. The clip was her talking just about Jay-Z and then talking about Diddy. But, she's accusing Jay-Z of his own crime.
This trio, Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy, has allegedly formed part of a powerful network that shielded Diddy from facing accountability for his actions. According to the accusations, their influence in the music and entertainment industries allowed them to protect Diddy from legal and public scrutiny, enabling him to continue his alleged illicit activities without facing consequences. The claims suggest that this network of powerful figures used their resources and connections to suppress investigations and silence potential whistleblowers, maintaining their dominance in the industry while covering up damaging truths. Critics argue that their close ties have allowed them to control narratives and avoid facing public backlash, while fans and critics alike are now questioning the true extent of their involvement in Diddy's alleged criminal activities.
Now, what is news to me as of the last 24 hours is that in these NDAs, it wasn't just said that people weren't allowed to talk negatively about Bad Boy or Puff Daddy. He also listed his son's names and his mom's name. That stood out to me as weird. This is an 84-year-old woman we're talking about. She turned 80 in 2020. So how much is she involved in the business and with Diddy and with his artists that anyone would ever speak badly of her? So we already know that Janice Combs raised Sean Combs and Keisha Combs as a single parent because their dad, Melvin Combs, was shot in the head in his car when Diddy was 3. His dad, Melvin, as I've stated before, worked for a really big gangster named Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas did a bunch of interviews with Vlad TV a couple years ago. He's now deceased. He died in 2019. But in these interviews, he talks about Puff Daddy's dad. And he also talks about how the feds extorted like $2 million a week from him while he was this big drug lord. In another interview, he said that he was happy that the guy that killed Melvin got what was coming to him. I don't know anything more than that. That's just...
The recent allegations against Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy have sparked a wave of controversy, especially with resurfaced clips and claims linking these high-profile figures to morally questionable activities, particularly in connection with Diddy's infamous parties. According to accusations from former insiders like Jaguar Wright, Beyoncé and Jay-Z may have been complicit in Diddy's operations, using their immense power and influence to shield him from legal consequences and keep these activities hidden from the public eye for years. The speculation has escalated with the release of a list of celebrities allegedly associated with Diddy's parties, and the resurfacing of old videos and statements that suggest possible involvement in these activities.
Without y'all completely getting tight at me, it's just a question. So, obviously, we all know what's going on with P. Diddy. We all know that they're also releasing a list of everybody who's been associated with him at his parties and all that kind of stuff. We already know Jay-Z is on this list. Apparently so is Beyonce. But there's a lot of celebrities on that list, you know. But people have been showing resurfaced clips of things that Jay-Z has done that seems extremely odd, saying that him and P. Diddy were pretty much into like the same kind of things. This is not the only theories about Jay-Z. There's been theories about Jay-Z for years. But my question is, we find out that P. Diddy and Jay-Z were doing these messed up things together, that Beyonce was also in on it. Would y'all have the strength to, in a sense, cancel her like you will all these other celebrities? Would she be an exception for y'all? Because I wholeheartedly believe if it comes out that she was at these parties, which like I said, they already said she was, but she was at these parties actually doing these suspect wrong things, or that her and Jay-Z, because I've heard some things about them too, that they, like, let's say that they were doing some things on their own accord. I feel like y'all would just let that slide because of how high y'all put Beyonce on a pedestal. But I want to know from y'all, what would you think? Because I think in the next coming months, we're going to find out a lot about a lot of celebrities. I'm interested to see which ones you guys are like, oh no, I will never watch or listen to their stuff again, and which ones you guys are like, well.
This has led to a broader conversation about accountability in the music industry, with critics wondering if these figures should be held responsible for their alleged involvement. An attorney analyzing the situation highlighted the dangerous influence that such powerful figures can have, especially on young and vulnerable artists who may be drawn into these harmful environments. The conversation has sparked a divisive question. If these allegations are proven true, would fans be willing to hold Beyoncé and Jay-Z accountable, or would their status and influence shield them from criticism? The ongoing speculation about their roles in Diddy's alleged crimes continues to raise concerns about accountability, transparency, and the need for justice for those who may have been victimized. As the investigation into Diddy's activities unfolds, many are anxiously waiting to see how these revelations will impact the public perception of other celebrities involved. The potential exposure of a network of powerful figures operating behind the scenes could have wide-reaching implications, not only for the accused but also for the broader entertainment industry as a whole.